In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Under Armour Project Rock 5 in the black and white colorway. So if that's something that you're interested in, let's get started. Alright guys, so in this video, as you saw from the intro, I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Under Armour Project Rock 5 made by Under Armour and The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So right off the bat, just to precursor some knowledge, I have had all the previous iterations of the Project Rock from the very first one, the Delta, which is a picture of them right over here, to last year's model, a picture of them right over here. And if you want to check out that video, I'll have it linked at the end of this video. So this is a brand new Project Rock 5, and I saw that there are some brand new colorways, and I got it in a more neutral color compared to last year's model, which was in a blue color. So this came out today, September 8th, 2022, and I absolutely had to go get it and make a review for you guys. So we're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna talk about would I recommend it, price, is it better than last year's model, should you just buy last year's model at a discounted price, all of those things. So number one, price point, this shoe is the exact same price as last year's model, which was $150 US. So if you want to see the colorways that were available at the time of this video, there was this color and this color right over here. Between these two, which one would you have gotten? Would you have gotten this one or that one? Let me know down in the comment section down below. But right off the bat, looking at the shoe, when I first got it a couple hours ago, I noticed that it is somewhat similar, but there are very subtle differences that you may not notice if you were just to look at the shoe online, if that makes sense. So right off the bat, let me go ahead and give you guys a close-up. This is how the shoe looks, and if you guys see right here, it does have some rubberized knitting material right over here. That's different from the mesh material from last year's model, as you guys can see right there. What is also different is the tongue. This is a foam tongue, which is very soft on your skin and on your foot compared to last year's model, which was a little bit different. What I do like that they kept is this heel padding right here, because compared to other models from previous generations, the heel would sometimes get blistered because of the material down here. But last year's model and this is just fine. And something else that I did like is that it also has a hover name right there, but also it has a very subtle Dwayne Johnson right there, as well as his logo right over here, and blood, sweat, respect, as you guys can see. So right off the bat, this is how the shoe looks. What do you guys think about the subtle differences? Before I explain, do you think it's something that you guys would be interested in getting, or would you just stick with previous models? Let me know. But right off the bat, something that I did want to mention is that this is a first impressions. I just finished my workout, upper body, today, and so I'm only doing a first impression. But if you guys have any other questions, I will be using it very frequently. So if you guys have questions at the time that you're watching this video, ask me down below, and by that time I'll have a better response for you guys. So in terms of the weight of the shoe, it is 13 ounces. You feel it, but it doesn't feel heavy. It feels very normal, very subtle, and things like that. Now going into the top, it has a rubberized material at the toe area of the shoe. It also has the cushioning right here and here. It also has the pull tag, so if you're wearing it, you're going to notice that compared to last year's model, this model is a little bit more stuck together. And what I mean by that is your foot feels more like you're wearing a sock. So if you guys see right over here, it does have two layers. It has the cushion layer on the inside, and it has an outside layer, as you guys can see. So it's as if you were wearing a sock. So when you immediately put it on, you're going to feel a little bit more tight. Does it feel uncomfortable? No. But this is very good, having the pull tag, because without it, you would kind of have to pull on this, and little by little it would stretch out, if that makes sense. But in terms of the lacing, I did like the lacing because it is a little shorter compared to last year's model, which was something I did mention in last year's model. So thank you, Under Armour and The Rock. So another thing that I did want to mention is that they do have some plastic material right over here, very similar to last year's model, but it has it, instead of the middle area right there, it has it more on the back front. on the back, meaning that it's going to give you better stabilization while you're doing your lifts, no matter if you're doing cardio, no matter if you're doing heavy weights or any other type of training that you do. This shoe is going to benefit you no matter what. Now, something that I did notice is that although it is the same exact look at the bottom, the tri-base material, very soft, very straightforward and flat, excellent for movements like deadlifting, squats, or things like that. Something I did notice is, I'm not really sure what about it is, but it is feeling a little more stabilized and it has a better grip compared to last year's model. And I'm not really sure why, but if that's a benefit in my personal opinion, because last year's model, it would slide a little bit when I was pushing against it on the ground. But this one I tried today, the exact same movement that I tried last year, and it felt a-okay. So that's definitely a huge improvement if that's something that you're struggling with bottom grip. And this is exactly how it looks right there. As you guys can see, the tri-base and the Under Armour The Rock logo. So right off the bat, something else that I did want to mention is, in terms of my personal recommendation up to this point, if I had to rate the shoe out of 5, right now I would currently give it a 4 out of 5. The reason why I don't give it a 5 out of 5 is because I may have tied it a little too tight, but I am going to try it more and more. But the way that it feels, normally how I tie my shoes, I like to be more on the tighter side when I'm lifting, because I don't want my shoe to fall or anything like that, if that makes sense. I like it tight. But this specifically, when I just had put them on, it did feel really constricting. But as you wear it more and more throughout my workout, I felt like that feeling was gone. And that was a huge plus. Maybe it just needed some breaking in period, though. So that's something that I'm going to take into consideration. Definitely, would I recommend this shoe compared to last year's model? Absolutely yes. And although last year's model was easily an amazing shoe, I would recommend this over last year's model, specifically for the upper material. It has better stability and traction, as I mentioned below. And this material feels very nice when you're touching it. But something else that I really like is the bottom of the shoe. Inside, the midsole, it has a little bit of extra cushioning compared to last year's model, which does feel nice on the foot. And when you combine that with the hover technology, which is a white section of the shoe, it feels amazing on your foot. So in my personal opinion, this is the perfect training shoe because you get the best of both worlds. So if you want to go ahead and run a little bit, I'm not going to recommend you run a mile or a marathon in this shoe. But if you just want to do some light cardio for a little bit, you can 100% do that in the shoe, because the white part of the shoe is all hover technology, which Under Armour uses for their running shoes. So you're getting the best of both worlds. But when you combine that with Under Armour's tri-base technology at the bottom, which makes it flat, so you're going to be doing squats, deadlifts, rows, or anything like that, and after you want to go do some cardio, you cannot go wrong with this shoe, because this is giving you the best of both worlds. So this is a quick little video talking about the Under Armour Project Rock 5 by The Rock and Under Armour. So I'm gonna round this video up right here. Let me know what you thought. Remember, new videos every Tuesday, every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and YouTube Shorts almost on the daily. So remember, please subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up. And if you have any other questions or want to know more about this shoe compared to last year's model, I'm gonna have last year's video down in the end of this video. And if you wanna ask me more questions, go ahead and comment it down below and I'll answer it super quick. So I'm gonna round this video for here. Thank you guys for watching. Ariel Osorio signing out. Thank you.